Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is STS here, and this is a, well, I'm changing the name. It's In The Zone, because it's not going to be STS In The Zone anymore. It's going to be In The Zone Podcast, NWO Presents, and right here we got Annoying Zach.
Yup.
And then we have two gentlemen here. We have, which I never thought would be in my living room here, but but we have two excellent pro wrestlers here. They work for ICW, Intense Championship Wrestling. We have Lennox King, which you know from our show, we call him AKA Yoga Pants. It's like one of the best, one of my favorites. I don't know, I'm not counting Kenny with the jokes now.
Your butt looks so good in them yoga pants.
And then we have,
I work hard at it.
Yeah, and then we have Mr. I never thought he would be here too. We have the franchise, Troy Miller.
What's happening?
Yeah, well, we come back from ICW Fall Brawl, you know, and after that show, that was cool.
I mean, that whole match.
That whole match, I mean, for you guys doing it. I mean, I remember I did the fan cam on this. It's like, you know, I got to do something here at least, you know. So I ended up getting the iPhone and recording. I mean, it's terrible, though. I know how it shakes.
Hey, thanks to you for doing that. So
I'm all about the fan cams because, I mean, if it wasn't for you.
I know, because I saw everybody, you know, there's 20,000, or not 20,000 people. That was a big show, though. It was like, I don't know. Well, the people had their phones, and I'm like, you know, what do I think? I think no one's going to do that. I think they're just going to put it to their friends or, hey, you know, I was there live.
They do it for their personal use, or they put like a 5 or 10 second clip, I mean, which is cool. But as far as the whole match, I mean, we don't get to do that. We have a guy named Will Berry who comes every once in a while. He does a really good job. He has a 3-camera.
Yeah, he gets that thin carry piece. I haven't seen him in a while.
He has an HD setup, and it's awesome, but just getting him down here to record the show sometimes is tough. So
did he have a kid just recently?
Yeah, he's had a baby, and his schedule's kind of hard, but when he comes, it's awesome.
But yeah, I remember that. I think that, but the show was just fantastic. I followed every move, and I think the comment was funny. I thought Will Ferrell, which I'm gonna be more serious now because that was kind of, it's like, man, I'm rewatching my stuff because I don't really like watching my stuff a lot. But I was like, I'm gonna see myself again. But I did rewatch that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing calls, like try to call wrist rock, you know. And here comes Tygon. Here comes La Raza that gave him a terrible Chicano 5. He does. Why does El Diablo? He does it backwards. He does it in a weird way. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
He did it on Tygon fine in a double ACW event. But when
I saw the first time he's ever, well, maybe the first or second time he's ever done it is why.
I saw it at the last double ACW show because I remember I saw that and I'm like, oh wow, that's a different kind of way, but he hit it right.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in the ring...
He's still training, so, I mean, he's not all the way trained.
You got a guy that comes out and says, hey, I want to hit you with this. You can't be in the middle of a show like, yeah, I don't.
I would say no.
I just like, let's do it.
You're the guinea pig.
I don't say no to nothing. Not yet.
But how'd you guys think about that stuff that Brady did, that whole Photoshop thing, the fall brawl thing? You know, the picture it had you.
That was awesome. Is that the versus Troy #1 contender?
Yeah, the whole I used the screenshot stuff. We didn't know what I used the one where he made like kind of a ICW WCW kind of style whatever though. Yeah. He's like, well, he shouldn't have put in that picture because it takes much of away. I don't know what he said, but we didn't know what to do for you because we thought it was the 5%. You know that he had a shared idea, and I'm like, we knew him. He was easy to do, but that was pretty good.
I like it. Brady does awesome work. I mean, I'm hoping to get with him on some T-shirt designs and stuff in the future. So
we got T. Wilco's. Well, you know, Twist Scott. I say that at the Circle Wrestling show I was at for a little bit. I said, you know, let's call him T. Wilco's because now look at the Steve's out of the way. You know, it's like T because Twisted. You know, Twisted Wilco's. You know.
Should call him B. Wilco's.
B. Wilco's.
B. Wilco's. He's botchamania.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We talked about that in there.
Yeah.
Review.
What happened
we
with
about
that
I don't know.
Match with Ado.
I didn't get to see it. I heard it afterwards.
Who's
we got to see.
Wilco's was reffing?
He was reffing.
That's probably what happened.
I know.
It's like he was.
So how many people has he got cussed out by? He's got cussed out by Robbie E. He got cussed out by Abyss. Abyss about killed him.
I remember that.
Robbie E about killed him too.
He got cussed out by Just Incredible. I mean, every big name guy that's come in pretty much is cussed him out.
He just don't like this.
He don't listen. He says, hey, I got it. Shane Douglas even got mad at him. Shane even cussed him out. But he's got it. Instead of opening his ears and saying, what do you want me to do? Then when he goes to the ring and he screws it up, then he blames it on somebody else because he said, I got it.
Wow.
That's what happens to him a lot of times. I mean, he's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
he just don't. I mean, when somebody comes in like that, you gotta treat them with respect for one. And if you act like a know-it-all, they're not gonna.
If I was in the business,
they're not gonna like that at all. And
that kind of happened.
Then if you act like a know-it-all, then you screw it up, especially. Then they're really. I mean, they're gonna go off on you, and that's pretty much what happened to.
And that's the same thing that happened with our tag match that we had when we were the American Made. You were supposed to be DQ'd, and
yeah, he counted to three.
Oh, so
he knew what was supposed to go down, and it still was.
And he still counted to 3. And
yeah, because that was messed up. Because the other guy, I don't know who Hato was fighting.
But to me, it's indie wrestling. I love indie wrestling. I love everything about indie wrestling. That's why I do it. I mean, I've never really tried to go anywhere other than just doing what I do. I mean, if I had the opportunity to make it big, I probably, at this stage in the game, I definitely wouldn't do it. But even when I was younger, I never really tried. So I just love indie wrestling. It's just something that I don't get mad about it. If something bad happens to me, I think anything that happens bad in indie wrestling is good. I think because it's just what it is.
You started in the 90s. When did you start?
I did. I started training in 1990, summer 1990. I had my first match in January 91. So about 24 years I've been wrestling.
And I remember I saw the top rope,
Yeah, the top rope.
Because before that, I first saw him in EWF.
I remember seeing you there,
as a child. You do EWF before? Well, Jason Maples runs it.
Nope.
No,
Jason Maples is a pretty cool guy.
He runs Heroes and Legends. Yeah. I like the whole Kurt Angle. That's a pretty good idea. Cheap plug. For next time. Yeah, because I saw some match. I saw your Quicksilver, he had a heart attack, I think.
He did. Just a couple weeks ago.
I saw that. It was on the Circle City Wrestling. Is that all right?
I guess, yeah, he's doing all right now, so.
Yeah, because I saw some matches with you then, It's pretty good stuff, Yeah, but what came up with the franchise moniker?
I know you don't. I know you're not a fan of the franchise moniker.
I don't know. Before you
But what would a heel do?
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shane Douglas is coming into. Where was it at? I think he was in Valparaiso, and he was coming to Valparaiso. Then he was coming to Heroes and Legends. Was it Heroes and Legends 2? I think.
I haven't been to one.
And when he came to Valparaiso, I happened to be at the show, and I mean, it's on YouTube. You can see it. Shane Douglas comes back to the dressing room.
Is that you had your glasses, shades on?
Yeah. I just called him out. I mean, I was there. We already had our match booked, so I'm like, you know what? You come to Indiana. I'm the franchise in Indiana. And then ever since, it just stuck. And I was like, I got the tights made. I said, I'm the franchise. You come to Indiana, I'm the franchise. So we built the match up, franchise versus franchise, and I just started rolling with it. I mean, it's like, what's the heel gonna do? I mean, a lot of people don't like it, but I got heat off of it.
What are you, though? Because all the shows, like, people say, well, he's a face. Well, he's a tweener. He's a heel, I thought he plays the heel, but he came out, you're playing the heel character with this franchise, but then you come up skillet.
Yeah.
I
love skillet.
My friend John, he told me that he almost cried when Shane Douglas lost. So.
Oh, when we came to Marion?
Yeah. I wish that's
franchise was franchise, man.
I wasn't really social on that show. I wasn't really yelling like I do now.
Shane passed the torch.
Yep.
Pretty much. So, it solidifies the name of the franchise.
Yeah.
People get mad. They say I'm a rip-off. They say that I'm a doppelganger or whatever. I mean, you even called me a rip-off artist yourself.
Yeah.
So, but people don't like it, but to me, I mean, what's a heel going to do?
Right.
I took the name from him. I mean, and Shane, me and him have talked about it. He is, I mean, I don't know if he particularly likes it, but he never told me he didn't like it. He never said, don't do this. So, I mean, as long as we can keep that going and he keeps, we can get him to come in, he's supposed to come back. So
really, when is he supposed to come back?
I'm not sure. But, yeah, we've talked about it. He wants to come back, so, I mean, we can keep that going, so.
Yeah, November. Now since Tiggerino, there's a show coming out, December and November, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool artwork. It's pretty good now. And I saw that, I didn't recognize the chick up there, next to Sling Ray.
Yeah, no, I think I'm Facebook friends with her. I can't remember what her name is.
But okay, with that, that's gonna be pretty good. Because remember, we talked before. I saw you, Lennox, at the YMCA. You said November.
So what we're trying to do we're gonna call out the La Raza, because
there you go.
I mean, he's been putting his nose in his business. Me, I don't really know where I stand. I know me and Lennox beat the crap out of each other forever. I know every chance he's got, I put the beat down on him, and you know
that double hit before it.
But when you got somebody coming in and trying to interfere with what we're trying to do, especially now with the belt being gone, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Juventud, yes, he's making the belt legitimate. Let's say he's taking it all across the world. He's been to Mexico. He's taken the belt to England.
Yep.
He's went all through Europe with the title. So I mean, basically, it's a legit world title now. Yep. But if he's not here, in Marion, Indiana, we can't win that belt.
What's the point?
So, and that's what I'm looking at. I want my belt back. I know Lennox wants the belt for himself.
Yep.
But right now we had people stick their nose in our business, and we're both going for something. We can't have that. And especially now, like Chad and the Prophet, they tried to turn on me. They tried to kick me out of the club that I created. You know what I mean? They want the title too. Everybody's vying for this belt. But what's going to happen is we're going to call out Chad Ingle. We're going to call out Simon Cowell. Chad Ingio. And we're going to call out La Raza. And
so you're going to see Lennox King and Troy Miller working together.
That's going to be an
they try to put us out, but see what? They didn't get it done. We're still here. And if we're still here, as long as we got some fight left in our bodies, they don't stand a chance.
Okay.
So, whether we have a third partner or whether we don't, it don't matter to us. We're going in the ring, and we're going to handle our business.
Okay, what about now? You have an evil authority figure now in this range now with Artie, which I call him Artie the Gut.
You could call the Gut evil or what. He's been evil to me ever since I've been there.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I've had a problem with Artie since day one because I know his true colors. He's just showed them to everybody else now.
Yeah.
So
that was real. I remember that happened. I'm glad I got that because that video was almost gone.
Because
awesome.
Everybody thinks Artie's a great guy, and they think,
it's a backside.
he just didn't like the franchise and what I was doing. He's had whatever I want to say. He's had an ulterior motive this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Ulterior motive this whole time. So, I'm fired up. He just showed his true colors to everybody.
That ending felt like it was a mob attack, like a gangster.
Yeah, there's one guy, I don't know who he was. He came after Tygon. I'm like, who's this guy? Tom Sawyer?
He better not show his face. That's all I got to say.
I didn't know who it was. I was like, oh, there's Tygon because I saw him earlier this year.
Tygon's too afraid to show his face. That's why he wears a mask.
I heard he takes stiff moves. Stiff. It's from somebody, but you heard it from them. That's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I'm always excited. Heck, I can be there early. That's the to be able to try to be there early. Last show, we were kind of late because I was watching New Japan. I was watching an awesome match with Shinsuke Nakamura and Goto or summer match.
Wrestle Kingdom 9, was it?
No, that was I don't know, Devastation. Incredible. Yeah, we're having the background. We have PWG. I love PWG. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Dang, I want to go so bad to one of those shows. I feel it's like ECW again, but I like the environment. It's like there's only like so many, like 200, I don't know, 300 people there, and the crowd just was
celebrities too. They have like
Sophia, whatever.
A lot of celebrities come check it out. It's like tickets are high dollar. Get in that place.
I'm trying to think of something next Tuesday. Yeah, Lennox. I never told you how'd you start when you started being a pro wrestler?
June of last year.
Oh, June of last year, so you're a rookie.
I actually, I'll just go from the beginning.
Yeah, just do
been a wrestling fan forever. I live in Jonesboro, and I was in Circle K, and I saw one of the ICW flyers. I called a buddy up, and I said, man, we need to go check this out. He's like, yeah, let's check it out. ICW had a show in June. Not June. Let's see. It was like a couple months back. And my wife worked, but she got called off. But anyway, we drove by, checked it out. We got a little wound up. We really wanted to go in and check out more about it, but we didn't. I told my buddy, I said, how cool it would be to step in the ring and wrestle. He's like, he goes, let's do it. And I don't know, the following week, about the middle of the week, he called me, and he goes, hey, I got us set up with, we're going to meet a guy in the ring. And I go, well, what's going on? He said, his Troy Miller. He said he wants to meet us. They're going to have the ring set up for the next show, and we're going to go check it out. So, a couple hours before the next show, we went. Took some bumps. Got to know Troy. Troy got to know us. He kind of see what we had and worked with, and we started training with Troy. Obviously, some of us have it, some of us don't, because I'm still here. The other guys not. And
shoot.
Yeah.
That's it.
I actually think I've had a very fortunate opportunity in the business. I'm just going to be straight up honest and out there. A lot of guys trained a lot before they actually step in the ring. I trained with Troy a few times, and then me and Dylan kind of, as friends, broke ourselves into the ring. I don't know if you've seen some of our matches. We started out kind of hardcore. We brought out the tables. I was jumping off 10-foot ladders through tables. I was getting hit with chairs. I was kind of more or less interrupting Troy and what he had going on. And a lot of my training is just from Troy. A lot of YouTube videos. Just being, I think I have a natural ability to say. It's not rocket scientist to step in the ring. If you like wrestling and if you watch it, you can do it. You got to have the heart.
See, that's one thing I'll jump in here too, because like when he came and when I seen him and Dylan both, it was like, I mean, you can tell they spend time in the gym, and that, you know, having a good body and being in shape, that's half the battle right there. As far as wrestling, you can learn any kind of move or any kind of hold in training, and you can work on bumps, and you can do this or do that and practice your holds and stuff like that. But the thing is with them, it's like getting in the ring and you don't learn how to work or wrestle in front of a crowd unless you do it. I mean, you can train as much as you want, but nothing's like being out there in front of the people. Nothing's like having an actual match. And if you're not out there in front of the people having an actual match, all the training isn't. I mean, if you're just training by yourself and a couple guys, it doesn't prepare you for it at all. So the way you learn how to do it is just by doing it. So that was my thing with them, is like, because we don't have a ring here in Marion set up. One at the time when they started, we had one for about 6 months, which was nice because he was in there almost every other day. As much as we could be in there doing it, we were doing it. But I mean, you can only prepare so much. It's just getting out there, being in front of the people. That's where you learn. It's just make or break. If you screw up and make a mistake, you know next time what not to do. I mean, because you have people calling you out on your stuff, and you're like, I'm not going to do that next time, and you make sure of it because, you know, you got a paying crowd out there that you need to please, and that's just how you do it. It's just like, that's what I told them. I was like, I mean, we can practice all day long, and you can try this or try that, but you're not going to get it until you're out there doing it. And I think him especially, I mean, since he stepped on the scene, it's like, bam. I mean, he's lit a fire under me because, you know, there's sometimes after wrestling as long as I have, I get like kind of want to set back and, you know, not go 100%. But I got to go 100% to keep up with him, so.
Son Bob just came in here. This is my son, Ronnie.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Just woke up. Mom, why'd you come in here? You guys watch WWE?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts about it?
Right now?
I don't watch all of it.
I know.
I can fast forward through
2 hours, man. Why can't?
It's
horrible.
Yeah, 3 hours is way too much for anything. Yeah. I mean, you can only watch 3 hours of. I mean, it's too much.
That happened to Nitro. I remember I started doing that. I was like, this is too much.
They need to find something. Else because. Plus, the storylines are stupid and.
Yeah, that's current storyline that they got.
The way they push people is stupid. I mean, you get 5 guys halfway pushed.
Yeah, the way they got the current storyline of Summer Rae and Dolph Ziggler and Russo.
Yeah, and then now TMZ just said that Rusev and Lana are engaged. So
yeah,
my brain
my
brain hurt.
They killed Lana when they put her with Ziggler and all that. It was just
stupid.
Rusev's push went
down drain.
I was like, they got like 5 guys they try to push, and then they like halfway push, and they don't like get 1 or 2 guys and make them the stars. It's like everybody like, and wins and losses doesn't mean anything anymore. It's just, I don't know.
Sometimes it's better to watch. I mean, I go on the network and watch another show.
I just watch it and just sometimes I'm just like I just watch it for what it is. It's wrestling,
Oh
so
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
watch
what
it.
it is. You know?
It's entertainment. I mean, I don't try to think too much about. Well, this don't make sense or this is stupid because I get too frustrated.
Yeah.
So.
That's most of
Yeah, he got it. He's got this shirt.
My wife has the shirt on. Troy's wearing the NWO shirt.
That's right. Representing.
I'll have to get one.
Yeah, we're doing. About NWO shirts. Who knows? We just found out we have Brady, Mr. B. He's got a 3D press supposedly.
Yeah, he said he's getting a press, so we're gonna get some shirts made.
Hopefully, because we made it. We were trying to make that whole game idea. It's been a hassle because we can't get anybody to do the artwork or anything. But we're gonna. It's gonna happen. It has to, whatever. You're still the champion on the game, so.
That's right.
But we should be doing we get new shirts. We're putting maybe hoodies or whatnot. But that's not up to me right now. It's up to Mr. B. But heck, we miss him. We got people who said, "Oh, I'm here from Sid Masterman Page,"
Yeah.
and they go, "Oh, how much NWO shirts?" Like, "Oh, we're not making them right now." But it's pretty cool to represent. And hell, we were even on the Trash Bag Wrestlers site, whatever.
I've seen that.
It's like RuPaul's like, "Well, we're a community. Yeah, we're ripping up the name, but I mean, we're."
I'm surprised I haven't been on there, to be honest, but yeah. I've never made it yet.
I got with them at the Elite, and then what happens over that crap? I talked about it on my older podcast, me talking about it and whatnot.
Yeah, speaking of Elite, what happened?
I don't know.
Like, you know?
Do they know? I don't think so.
Some backstage stuff. They rubbed some people the wrong way.
There you go. You asked Earl to answer.
Yeah,
you asked these questions. You
asked the question. We'll tell you.
I'm going to answer.
They've rubbed some people the wrong way. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with them. I like them. They're good guys, but sometimes their ego and attitude. I've told this is nothing that I haven't told them to their face. So I've told them that some of the way they carry themselves sometimes is just it rubs people the wrong way. Yes, I mean. We all love wrestling. Yes, it is a work. Yes, everybody knows it. But, I mean, some of the things that they would post online or some of the attitude, the way they would just act and they would have arrogance about them. And I mean, sure, when I'm in the ring, I'm 100%. I'm cocky. I'm arrogant, yes. But I don't treat people backstage bad. I don't treat the guys that I'm supposed to have a match with bad. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't try to bury guys. I don't come back and say, follow that. I had the best match of the night. You guys suck.
We're there to take care of each other.
That's right. It's all we're a family in ICW, and when somebody doesn't portray the whole family aspect and starts rubbing people the wrong way, then that's one way not to get booked at ICW. I mean, it works some places, but I mean, and now they're finding that out. I think because I've had a lot of people tell me, did you know anything about these Elite guys? Because I've heard bad stuff about them, and I'm like,
man, I'll be honest with you. I got to work with them at the last. Kokomo show.
Yeah, I was there.
In the triple tag.
Yeah, geography, I think, or someone's.
I took a little beating from them, but I didn't have me personally, I didn't. They weren't stiff to me. Yeah, they took care of me.
And that's true. See, I mean, they're good in the ring, and I mean, they're good at what they do. They both, the people like them. They like to boo them. They like,
I mean, they do get the crowd work.
They do. They do get the crowd going.
They do their job.
And I mean, I personally, I like them both. And I even Killer. I mean, he's always been cool. They've always treated me with respect. They probably think that I look down on them. They probably think that I don't like them and I've tried to bury them and put in bad words. But that's the exact opposite. I went to bat for them on 3 occasions at ICW, and it's not as much as people like to think. Just because I was a champ for so long, I have no stroke in the company.
Yeah, it is not Triple H's reign of terror.
It is not. I have no. I can't get people booked because I've had 5,000 people ask me to get them booked. I can't get people booked, and I can't get people unbooked. You do that yourself. As far as that goes, I like them. I wish them the best. I mean, hopefully they'll make their way back there. They just got it. Like I told them, you guys have to change your attitude. If you guys get your attitude right. There's a place for you in ICW. But, I mean, that's not my call. You have to do that on your own. So, as far as that goes, the Elite, hopefully they'll come back someday. If they don't come back, I have no control over that.
Yep, something to say that.
Now, what about what's going on with Simply Irresistible? I heard that they're...
Simply Irresistible. It all happened around the same time.
They were undefeated.
They showed up at the show. The wires got crossed. They weren't booked. So they got paid. They got sent home.
Yeah.
They left. They weren't happy. I was just like, but you still got. I mean, you got paid to show up. I mean, whether you got used or not, you got paid. He paid you. He didn't have to pay you. You weren't booked. Just because you're the champ doesn't. If you're not on the. I mean, I don't know what happened. Like I said, the wires get crossed. There's some miscommunication on both ends, I'm sure. So Jesse is like some promotion. Like this is most promotions that I've worked for. If you win the belt, yeah, when you go to the, I mean, you will carry it to the ring. When you come back from the ring, you put the belt down. The promoter takes it with them. You know, you don't, like, I'm the Heroes and Legends Cruiserweight Championship holder. Jason Maples does not let me take that belt home.
Yeah, some belts. I don't know how they let
Jesse is somebody, I mean, he trusts, when he puts the belt on somebody, he trusts them. He gives you the title. Simply Irresistible, they left, they took the titles, and they were booked on the next show and didn't come back. And they said they're not coming back, and they said they're keeping the belts.
Wow.
So that's as far as that goes. That's what I was told, and of course you guys seen that they didn't keep the belts. They were retrieved.
Yeah, they only defended it twice.
Yeah.
And after the year of anniversary show.
But they were, I don't know, they were upset about that one booking that got screwed up, and they threw a fit, and they said they're trying to steal the belts. So that's why they're no longer going to be back in ICW.
Yeah. What's any thoughts? What's their thoughts about La Raza? I mean, you talked about them before, but as them,
as individuals,
as Plex and El Diablo.
Outside the ring, I mean, they're good dudes. I like them. They're learning. I mean, they're training. They're both trying hard.
Actually, those were some of the guys I trained with.
They still have a ways to go.
There you go.
But I mean, when you're only wrestling once a month, it takes a while.
Yeah.
But we're gonna bring the best out in him. That's something too. Like he's watching it.
I'm very hard on myself.
He just doesn't watch it to watch it. When he watches it, he studies it, which is good. And that's something I picked up on Justin immediately. I mean, you don't have to tell him a couple times, and he's got it. And like, he watches it and he studies it. Cause that's how that's especially when I was a kid. That's how I always watched wrestling. I never watched it as a fan. I don't think. Even when I was little, I always was watching how they do that. And then I would try it. So
I think probably every one of us as wrestling fans.
Yeah, and I would watch it, and like the figure four, I'm like, how does he do that? I'm doing it. I put my little brother in it, and I practice it on him every day. So
sometimes when people ask me where I trained, I want to say 3501 South Gallatin Street. Growing up, my grandmother in her living room had a queen-size bed on a frame.
Everybody, that was me too.
But I'm talking just you walk in and you see a living room and you see this bed and you're just like, what the hell is there a random bed in the living room? Yeah. And every weekend I'd go to my grandma's from Friday to Sunday, watch wrestling on Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, Saturday night heat, and I would wrestle on that bed with. They didn't have wrestling buddies back then. It was My Pet Monster or Your Pillows Off the Bed. And I would, from Friday to Sunday when my mom picked me up, I would probably wrestle 6 hours out of the day when I was a kid growing up.
There you go.
And just doing that, and then as I'm getting older, I like to do a flip off my couch once in a while, and it depends on how wound up I get. Sometimes Troy gets me wound up, and I'm dropping elbows on the dog in the house.
Dropping elbows. Are you ever going to change your finish?
I'm working on that.
He got out of the camo pants, so I mean,
yeah.
one step at a time.
I want to explain the AA, the finisher for me.
Yeah.
Why it came to me using it. I wanted to be able to pop the crowd and get the bigger guys up, and I knew I could do that. And there's not too many guys that are in there picking dudes up and
that's true.
Tossing them. But you're going to see a different finisher coming up.
Okay, that's cool. I told Johnny Plex when La Raza does it changed because I saw a couple matches on WCW and then a match in ICW as well. He finished with a weak leg drop. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
really?
The leg drop. Yeah.
I call it an ice cream drop. So
ice cream.
So I told him now. Well, and he said, "Dude, I'm gonna do a leg drop." I'm like, an intermission. I do like. What's your guys' thoughts on Sid Mastermind Page? I think he's excellent. I think they should just keep doing what he's doing. He reminds me of Brad Dourif in a way. Like Brad Dourif, he's a guy that did Chucky's voice and raspy.
he's got something coming. I've gotten 2 brass knuckle shots from him. So.
Yeah. Then we have, thank God, the Beast nuts involved. I mean, the Beast. Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, the last fall brawl. You know, the Beast came out with the Halloween kind of theme, and then it says Beast, Beast. And then that one guy, Lucio, came out after that. He had the same exact theme except no Beast. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. I mean, what they do, Blood Brothers Entertainment. Man, when they played the Pledge of Allegiance,
the American
stop. Oh my God.
I instantly facepalm. Like, tell me.
So you guys get a whole different perspective than what we get, because we're in the back. We're really trying to figure out what's going on with our match and stuff like that. We don't have a lot of time to watch and see what the other guys are doing. I mean, there's sometimes, you know, when we get a chance to peek through the curtain or through the. Actually, there's like a little room back there with some double doors with some little windows that we get a look out. But
there's times I've seen you guys walk up on
upstairs too. Sometimes we get a chance.
I always tell Troy, because technically shouldn't be out sitting in the stands with you guys. But I'll tell Troy, I'm like, when I'm the last match or whatever match I am, I said I still want to enjoy the show because I'm a fan as well as a wrestler. So yeah, we're always trying to get a peek whenever we can.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So as far as a lot of the botches, we don't get to catch them when they happen, but we always usually hear about them.
Yeah, if you have B. Wilco's in the match, the referee,
that was messed
might
up,
happen maybe.
Like he kicked
like that
out.
rotted table.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rotting table. I was a little upset about that. That will never happen again. I will
What
straight
now?
up. The table that I guess was a little rotted when I put Troy on it.
Was it the corner, the spear, or was it
No, that was a legit
destroyed botch table that you ended up elbowing?
Yeah, because I pulled it out and you go, oh, we got a. You made a comment about the table while you were videoing and kind of chuckled about it.
Yeah, I just rolled off of it and the thing collapsed.
Yeah,
so I was like,
yeah, Brady, he was.
Justin's
yelling.
like, screw it, I'm going for
it. It's like a WWE 2K14 glitch.
See, that's what I like about him, because a sane person would be like, you know what? I guess we're not going to do that spot. Justin's like, screw it, we're doing it. I'm going for it.
Yeah, Troy, I got up on the turnbuckle and then Troy met me to do the suplex and the Seth Rollins. And when he came up, he whispered, he goes, the table just broke. And I said, screw it, we're still going to go through it. Because at that time, it was just like broken like this. And then we went and did our thing, and I put Troy back on it, and it snapped again. And I was just like, to stay there.
But what was awesome is that the people still bought it, though. That was.
We kept following here, but everybody had the cameras and phones, and then he came all around. But then the first major big spot that, when I think that happens, when who suplexed him on the chairs? Then he suplexed you, and you suplexed him.
On the chairs.
Yeah, it's like you're going everywhere. Hope it didn't land. I hope you landed because you looks like you just went and.
I get it in, man. I don't. You know what? When I step out there, I want to go 100%.
Yep.
I want to put on the best match, if not the best match of the night. Mm-hmm. And Troy will tell you that when I come in and we're sitting back there, I'm like, Troy. I'm just like, you know, because like Troy trains me. We obviously you see two different things. From I guess I'm giving you a little backstage, but I'm actually share a locker room with Troy. So but I mean he brought me in. I'm really, really hard on myself before the match and even after the match. I want to go out there, and I don't worry about going to work on Monday. Mm-hmm. If I get out of bed on Sunday and I can't get out of bed, oh, so be it. But that night that I put on a show for the fans, it's for the fans.
Wow.
I want them to know who Lennox King is at the end of the night.
That's right, and you don't feel it. I mean, you get so wound up in your adrenaline and everything. Me, I mean, I used to not feel it till the next day. I'm sure he still is that way, but I feel it now. A couple hours later, you know, a couple hours later when I get home and sit down and the adrenaline wears off, and that's when the pain sets in, and that's when you get stiff and you can't move. But
and for I feel privileged for our match because I know a lot of times when you go out there, you want to put on a show, but you're kind of. You know,
I'm taking it easy on the bumps. You can say it.
And
you can say
when
it.
me and you got it in, that tells me, you know, you said you wanted a spear through the table, and I was like, did I just hear this right? Troy's gonna take a spear through the table, and I'm like, shit. And then you know, we said we're just gonna brawl and get it in, and that's what we did. Where I'm going with that is if Troy didn't trust me enough to do what we'd done, that would have never, you know, our lives. Lay in each other's hands as we go out there to put on a show.
Yeah, you guys need to do more matches like that. Like Or no DQ matches.
See, I may be old, but I ain't dead yet.
No, I'm
I mean, I pick and choose my spots. I can still put on a good match without killing myself. But then there's times when it calls for it, and when it calls for it, I'm not afraid to do it, and I will go. TV. I will give 100%, and I'll give the people what they want every time. A lot of times, I give the people what they don't want on purpose. Hence,
and it's what
the Abyss match, like the Abyss match. I mean, you guys you used to get so mad at me.
Yeah,
every finish he screwed. Every time I hate this place. And that's it's done on purpose. I want you to know that.
I know.
That's the reaction that I want as a heel, as
it's
a bad guy.
Once a month, we got to do it. Yeah. Wait another.
I know, and it brings you back because you want to see somebody kick my head in, and that's the whole reason for the screw job finish.
Yeah. And I don't say that Troy don't go 100%, but I'm like I said, I've just been in this for a year, so I'm very rookie. So for me, I'm sure in the next 5 more years, if I'm still wrestling, I hope I am. I'm probably be that point where I just want to, you know.
Well, you got to understand, we're not making
$1,000
a show like these guys on TV here are.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys or whatever.
And I don't even. I just do it for. For the love, for the passion. I mean, I don't even put no money in my pocket at ICW. I just do it to do it. And like I said, in return, like I said, I've had an unfortunate opportunity to do what I did in a short time, I think.
A fortunate opportunity. Unfortunate?
Well, I meant, sorry.
Maybe it was, I don't know. Looking back on things.
No, I think,
All right, can we get close to the end here? Because we've been talking for a while. This is a limit crap thing, but...
a limit?
Yeah, it has a 40-minute whatever.
Well, what are we on here?
36 minutes.
What the heck?
We might have to do 2.
Have to wrap it up.
We might have to do 2 episodes.
I have to do episode 1 and 2.
Another one?
Yeah. I mean, if we don't get everything out.
I can talk all day.
No, because I don't want to... Well, we can try to do another part or whatever, though. All right, we'll just do this question real quick. What's your, you watch WWE now, who's your favorite superstar?
Right now?
Right now, and then of all time. Like, right now. If you even have one.
I be honest with you, right now, I don't really...
Yeah.
Because like I said, WWE is just like... I guess I could say John... I mean, I am a John Cena fan. I hate to say. I actually got to somewhat kind of meet that guy in an open house when I was about 20, 21. He was coming around the ring, and everybody was just kind of dead. And when he came to... I, of course, had a few beers, and I knocked like 7 people over to get to him, and like I hugged him and high-fived. And that was when he was doing the rap thing and stuff. And Paul Heyman was actually general manager for SmackDown.
All time, though.
All time, it's going to be a toss-up. I'm a big Ric Flair fan. And I'm a big Sid Vicious fan.
Sid Vicious? Well, that's a
good my friend Jason would get along with you pretty good.
I really...
Sid Vicious, eh?
I hope you don't jump up and break your leg. That was sick to watch.
Actually, I had a couple buddies that was down and went to that show. Was that in Kentucky?
It was Indianapolis. Was it Sin?
Yeah.
WCW Sin.
Sin.
I haven't watched it. And I don't know. I can't get in that. But what about you?
All time. HB Shizzle. Heartbreak Kid. Greatest all-time in-ring performer.
He knows how to sell a
I got to see him once. Why didn't he get to wrestle? Because it was that whole announcement. Him and Chris Jericho did that great angle at SummerSlam. That's where that first show I went to. Me and my buddy Chico.
And as much as I hate to say it right now, too, John Cena. I mean, people can say what they want to say about Cena. I used to say it myself, but the dude's won me over. I mean, as far as like going out there, giving 100% every single night, he never has a bad match. He's doing his best to help put these young guys over. And, at this stage in the game, he's where I am. I mean, I go out there and I try to give the people what they want. I never take a day off. And I try to get these young guys over and help them out. That's what it's about.
It is what it's about. Well, I think we're going to do another part 2 because this is going haywire. But we'll see you in a little bit.